Hello, this is Dr. Do again. This video is outside of medicine. Continue the Iliad by Homer. I'm going to continue to read. With that, Achilles pulled his bronze spear from the river bluff and left him there. The Trojan life slashed out, sprawled in the sand, drenched by the black tide, eels and fish, the corpse of frenzied attendants, ripping into him, nibbling kidney fat away. But Achilles went for Paeonians, helmets plumbed, still running in panic along the river rapids. Once they saw their finest fall in the onslaught, beaten down by Pele's hands and high sword, he killed in a blur of skill Theslochus, Mydon, Astapelus, Menesus, Thracius, Aeneas, and Ophlestes. Still more fawning men the runner would have killed if the swirling river had not risen. Crying out in fury, taking a man's shape, his voice breaking out of a whirlpool. Stop, Achilles, greater than any man on earth, greater in outrage too, for the gods themselves are always at your side. But if Zeus allows you to kill off all the Trojans, drive them out of my depths at least, I ask you out on the plain and do your butchery there. All my lovely rapids are crammed with corpses now, no channel in sight to sweep my currents out of sacred sea. I'm choked with corpses, and still you'll slaughter more, you blot out more, leave me alone, have done, captain of armies. I am filled with the horror. And the breakneck runner only paused to answer, so be it. Scamander, sprung of Zeus, as you command, but I won't stop killing these overweening Trojans, not till I've packed them in their walls and tested Hector's strength against strength. He kills me or I kill him. Down on the Trojan front he swept like something superhuman, and now from his deep whirl the river roared to Phoebus, disgrace, god of the silver bow and born of Zeus. You threw to the wind the will of Cronus' son. Time and again Zeus gave you strict command. Stand by the Trojan ranks and save their lives, till the sun goes down at the last and darkness throws the prolands ripe with grains. When he heard that, Achilles, the famous spearman, leaping down from the bluff, plunged in the river's heart, and the river charged against him, churning, surging all his rapids, rising in white fury, and drove the mass of corpses, choking tight his channels, and rock Achilles killed. Scamander heaved them up, and hallooing like a bull, the river flung them out on the dry land, but saved the living, hiding them down the fresh clear pools of his thundering whirling current, but thrashing over Achilles' shoulders, raised a killer wave. The tremendous thrust of it slammed against his shield, and he staggered, lost his footing, his arms flung out, and for a tall strong elm he clung, but out it came by the ropes, toppling down, ripping away the whole cliff, blocking the stream with a tangled snare of branches, crashing into it full length, to dam the river bank to bank. Bursting up from whirlpool, Achilles dashed for the plain, his feet flying in terror, but the great god would not let up, hurling against him, Scamander looming into a murderous breaker. Dark over him, dead sat on, stopping the brilliant Achilles' rampage here, and thrusting disaster off the struggling Trojan's force. But the hero sprang away, for as a hard-flung spear, swooping fast as the black eagle, the fierce marauder, both the strongest and the swiftest bird that flies the sky, on he streaked, and the bronze ran out against his chest, clashing grimly. Slipping out from under the wave he fled, with the river rolling on behind him, rolling huge, as a farmhand runs a ditch from a dark spring, sluicing the gush stream through plants and gardens, swinging him met up to knock the clouds out down and shoot, and water rushes on, tearing the pebbles loose, and what began as a trickle hits a quick slope, and down it goes, outstripping the man who guides it. So the relentless tide kept overtaking Achilles. Yes, for all his speed, gods are stronger than man. Again and again the brilliance swept Achilles' world, trying to stand and fight the river man to man, and see it all the immortal gods who ruled the vaulting skies were after him, putting him to rout again and again. The mighty crest of the river, fed by the rains of Zeus, came battering down his shoulders, down from high above, but Achilles kept on leaping higher, desperate now, as the river kept on dragging down his knees, longing under him, cutting the ground from under his leg. Peleus groaned, scanning the arching blank sky. Father Zeus, to think in all my misery not one god can bring himself to rescue me from this river, then I'd face any fate, and no god on high. None is to blame so much as my dear mother. How she lied! She beguiled me. She promised me I would die beneath the walls of our armored children, cut down in blood by Apollo's weeping arrows. I wish Hector had killed me. The best man bred in Troy, the killer a hero, then and a hero too, the man whose corpse he stripped. Now look what a wretched death I'm doomed to suffer, trapped in the monstrous river like some pig boy, swept away, trying to fall the winter torrent in the storm. Quick to his cry, Poseidon and Pallas, moved in close, stood at his shoulder now, and taking human form, grasped him hand to hand, spoke bracing words. Poseidon, who shakes the mainland, first to say, "Courage, Achilles, why such fear, such terror? Not with a pair like us to urge you on, gods in arms, sent down with Zeus' blessings. I and Pallas, Athena, it's not your fate to be swallowed by the river. He'll subside, and soon you'll see for yourself. But we do have sound advice. If only you will yield, never rest your hands from the great lever wall, not till you pack and cram the Trojan armies tight in the famous walls of Troy. Whoever flees your own set, but once you've ripped away Prince Hector's life, back to the ships you go. We give you glory, seize it in your hands." With that challenge, both went soaring home to the deathless ones on high, but Achilles rampages on with the god's strong command, driving him down the plain where the river flooded now, an immense cresting outer-rush bursting with burnished gear and troops of battle dead, men cut down in their prime, floating corpses rolling. I'm going to stop here today and continue next time. Thank you for watching.